The first YouTube video is teaching methods for inspiring the students of the future. My key takes away. First is the student must have their what we call choice. They said that on the study conducted, it is more of a student that he needs a choice, especially in the class. The second C is what we call collaboration. In collaboration, there is a combination of one or two students and many more. The third one is what we call communication. There should be an open way of communication from the students to the other students, from students to teacher, and his environment. Number 4 is critical thinking. The student must apply their critical thinking skills. We must, teachers, let the student think beyond the box. And lastly, creativity. Let us show the creativity outside every student. And lastly, love. It is the most important thing that we must impart with our student. Love. Because love can conquer us all. The second video that I have is all about generalization, wherein generalization is all about summation or conclusion of ideas or things. In generalization, we have two types: the valid generalization and invalid generalization. A valid generalization is considered to be good, or invalid considered as bad. In writing generalization, you have to have the facts that support them, make logical sense, and have several examples. In invalid generalization, you don't have facts to support them, they are not reasonable, and they cannot be proven. We must be also careful when we infer, conclude, and generalize what we are reading. We need to base our thoughts on facts in order to accurately understand the stories that we read. The last video from YouTube that I had is the classroom discussion, strategies, and more, wherein my key takes away are: first, classroom discussion, wherein it is a student-centered. It is more of the oral language, the exchange of ideas between the student and the student and teacher, and student to his environment. It is more also of the critical thinking, and it has always a feedback. The next one is the question design. In question design, it should be higher order thinking skills. It can be challenging and answerable. There should be an exam in terms, or it can be open or closed question. And there should be an elaboration of every student's answer. The next one is the strategies. In the strategies, you can have concentric circles. We can have fish bowls, or we can do gallery walk, and we can do some round tables. Next to that is what we call guidelines. In the classroom discussion, you must have the prior knowledge as well as students' prior knowledge. It will help throughout the discussion. The thoughts and ideas must be structured, topics with many perspectives, so that the students can share on their own. There should be a warm atmosphere for them, and the students let them feel that they are belong. And lastly, some teacher tips. So you must give time. You should limit if it's already off the topic. You should need pay attention. You should clarify, you should summarize, and incorporate every student's idea to the real world scenario. The first related article that I will going to tackle is all about generalization, making learning more than a classroom exercise, wherein I understand that generalization doesn't require starting over with the entire method of instruction. It means that you don't need to go all along the start of your lesson throughout the other. It can be somewhat give the sample idea or the main idea and then you elaborate it to the point that student can understand it. Also, educators can promote cross-disciplinary thinking through this what we call generalization. I mean that you can or cross-disciplinary the generalization itself. It is also stated here in this article that direct instruction can be also integrated into a blended approach wherein you can assist or enhance discovery learning. In one study of this approach, it is attempted to teach a challenging principle of experimental design to the children from grades 2 to 4. Another approach was discovery learning, wherein direct instruction was used by the teachers. And lastly, assessment also play an important in generalization, wherein that is the time where the teacher can assess whether the student or the learner really understand or know what they are generalizing. The role of classroom discussion, wherein it is a study that focuses on the role of the classroom discussion in a certain classroom setup. They find that the discussion of controversial issue in a classroom is more important for the students who are in the public school. The level of openness to discuss some of the political and social issues in a classroom during regular sessions were systematically, or it is at some point there is a systematic way on explaining their own part. What schools do matters in establishing students. Whatever the things that the school must oblige every student to do has a big impact on them. So this classroom discussion is playing a big role in the life of every student. So without proper institutional support, they say that local and school authorities may not involve that is all about the race, immigration, and gender in the classroom. So what important is always remember that the role of classroom discussion affects every life student. To our dearest professor, Sir Lee, having you was such a blessing for me. You proved me that to be a good teacher, you need to be a good person as well. You teach me not only those educational models, theories, pedagogies, and techniques, but you teach me also how to value things, to be positive at all times, and most especially, be a kind person that serves as a blessing to others. You really made a big impact not only for me, but in our whole class. You mean a lot to us. Thank you so much, Sir D. More power to you. and God bless you always. To my classmates, thank you for sharing your knowledge, skills, and talents that help me to be more productive in this subject. I am more grateful that I have given a chance to be part of our class. I hope to see you all in person someday and praying that God will guide us in finishing our studies together. Stay safe. God bless you all. To future students, you deserve to learn, you deserve to explore, and be productive. You are destined to gain knowledge and experience all the necessary things that might give you ideas and thoughts. You will go farther. Never ever give up on your dreams. Life was such a roller coaster ride. You need to enjoy it, even though it was a tough one. Believe in yourself, because you are exceptional. You are loved and blessed by our God. Good luck on your future journey. God bless you always.